Thank you, Madam Speaker. Fellow ministers, the leader of opposition, member of this August House, I am honored to address this House on current and future youth development activities in the ministry undertaking around Fiji. I would like to show my support for the most gracious speech by His Excellency, the President, Major General Retired Chochi Konushi Konroti. We need to focus on equality, a common identity, and civil, social, and economic rights. We need to focus on modernizing the economy, increasing economic opportunities, and encouraging economic development throughout the country. Madam Speaker, the actual number of youth varies, and I hope that the census will provide us with more certainty. It will be a snapshot of the status in Fiji at a particular point in time. Current figures indicate that up to 70% of our population is under 40. This is significant and indicates the challenges we face as a country in ensuring full employment to ensure our economy continues to grow. Not just for 8 years, but every year. Madam Speaker, we need to take up the challenge of bringing more women into the formal economy, more persons with disabilities in the informal and formal economy, increasing our capacity to innovate and create. Madam Speaker, recognizing the fact that the majority of youth live in our urban areas, my ministry is providing more support to our urban youth as part of the number of new areas of focus. We recognize that traditional training we provide for rural youths, rural areas will need to be adjusted to meet the needs of urban youth. We intend to provide training for youth to develop job application skills, trade and technical skills. We will continue to provide leadership and management skills within different contexts of urban and rural settings. Madam Speaker, however, we need more clearly to understand the skills required for the economy. I have just returned from the Commonwealth Youth Ministers meeting in Uganda, and almost all those attending have a similar experience. The mismatch of skill being provided through our educational institution and the needs of our economy. We need to get ahead and to think of our economy in 20 years' time and start building for it now. We need a vision to do that, and we need a strong will and determination to change the way we do things, to change our tradition and culture to fit our modern society. Madam Speaker, the ministry is ready to take on these challenges, and we are changing the way we support our young people. I will establish a National Youth Advisory Board in the next weeks to advise our ministry on the needs of the youth and how best we can meet them. Our Non-Formal Education Council will soon meet to address coordination in the areas, as there are several ministries in this business and a larger number of NGOs, many of whom provide almost the same training. This will be fully representative of our communities. We will focus on the youth, and particular youth at risk. Madam Speaker, as I reported to this House previously, we are expanding our cooperation with the Fijian Correction Service. We have provided our values-based training for young men and young women inmates in Suva, and we are going to extend this to the north and west. We will work soon to identify young people who have been in our correctional facilities, who can be trained to offer our seed of success, training in communities and the correction facilities. We believe that this will not only provide a small source of income to those young people identified, but will also ensure that peers talk to peers about how to put their lives back on track when they reintegrate into their communities. Madam Speaker, we hope soon to introduce the Duke of Edinburgh International Award to our youth in correction facilities, as well as to those in the red zones which face a strong probability of going to prison. We need to work together to prevent that happening by empowering our youth with values of respect and tolerance, of hard work and determination, to develop skills, to develop abilities, to problem solving, debate and discussion, while respecting different opinions. The Duke of Edinburgh International Award has been operating in Fiji since 1965, and has had the highs and lows. We are determined to ensure that this program serves the needs of youth from the ages of 14 to 24, as it helps young people developing life skills which require sustained effort and self-directing learning. It promotes, Madam Speaker, many requirements for an inquiring mind, skill development, from learning sign language to baking, getting physical activity active, which is essential given our non-communicable disease challenges. Give service to those less fortunate and experience an adventure, so young people from the urban areas go and stay in the village context for the first time, and vice versa. I have spoken before of our efforts to involve more women in our training. This is an ongoing focus as we seek to recruit more women to undertake carpentry in our training centers in Singatoka, Maduata and Kandabu. We hope, but expect this to take a bit longer, to recruit some men into the traditional women's activity of cooking, bakery and perhaps massage. This does require us to change our gender stereotype, and it does require us all in this House, Madam Speaker, to contribute to this. Unless and until we live in equality, we will not achieve it in Fiji. Madam Speaker, I was delighted to inform this House last year that we had encouraged young women in the Eastern Division to participate in basic carpentry training. I'm even more delighted to say that this trend continues in the West, North and Central Division. We work with Technical College of Fiji and the Ministry of Women, Children and Poverty Alleviation to help communities rebuild their house after tropical cyclone Winston, because they are run short of carpenters. We have trained the youth to do the rebuilding. We are now working to distribute some basic carpentry tools, as these communities were very happy to get the skills, but they need tools to rebuild. Further, Madam Speaker, we have broken a new barrier to women participating in our program. In July 2017 in Nanuda, for the first time ever, the Maritime Safety Authority of Fiji trained 2 young women as a boardmaster, as training organized by the ministry. After the first day, the young women told their friends about the training. On the second day, several more hoping to join. Unfortunately, this was not possible. Last week on Friday, the same training was completed in Malacca Island, where I gave 6 lessons to 6 women, 8 to Indo-Fijian fishermen along the coast. And I must thank the island of Malacca, or the people of Malacca, in hosting 109 students or youths of that area. And one of the young women said that when receiving a certificate, she said, "One man can do, woman can do better." But this needs to become the mantra of young women and guide us all as we continue to break down barriers and create equality. My ministry, Madam Speaker, has also embarked on working more closely with the Ministry of Agriculture. My colleague, the Minister, Honourable Inia Seruratu, has indicated that he wants to get more young people into agriculture. And like me, he wants to ensure that this becomes a commercial operation. Modern techniques, including soil analysis, to ensure young people grow what is appropriate, is key. Due to the price of agona, this is a lot being produced, but as we know, what goes up must come down. It is therefore important for young farmers to diversify and ensure that there is a constant supply of whatever product they committed to. Within the Ministry of Agriculture, we are working to ensure funding gets to the young people, and that's with my ministry's support. The Ministry of Agriculture is providing technical expertise to provide the mentorship which is so necessary to ensure success. Madam Speaker, I wish a similar partnership to develop with the Ministry of Forest as we work to ensure the forest lost as we expand our agricultural commitment is compensated by planting new trees. This will also ensure to address our carbon footprints With support from the Ministry of Fishery, we have similarly create economic opportunities with young people, establishing shrimps and crab farms, as well as developing our seaweed industry. The opportunities are endless, and we need to promote, prioritize, and coordinate our efforts. We are absolutely committed to do this. Madam Speaker, the Ministry is focusing on youth at risk. We work more closely with the Ministry of Health and the Medical Service in a number of areas. This includes NCD, which increasing physically activity is the key, with improving nutrition to address this challenge. We are also looking to work to address the unfortunately high number of people who commit suicide each year. We need to raise awareness of this and ensure that young people are referred to experts to help them and their families address the issue. Further, we are about to launch our sexual reproductive health and rights manual, which has been developed in partnership with the Ministry and the United Nations Population Fund. Madam Speaker, we will roll this out with the peer counselor from the Ministry of Health and the Medical Service and our staff while working with the young people who are willing to take training role. Madam Speaker, with the Ministry of Education, Heritage and Arts, we are working into identifying young people who have dropped out of school and universities. We aim to help them get into formal education, to provide skill training where required, and to support them into entrepreneurship activities with support from the Ministry of Industry, Trade and Tourism. However, to be able to assist those who drop out of tertiary education, we need to access the information from the universities, and this is something we are working on. Madam Speaker, we have ensured that all our staff become more gender sensitive in our operation, and this has been done with support from the Fijian Women Crisis Center. In addition, we have trained up to 150 young people in Nabosa Nanroa with the Fijian Women Crisis, about 60 from the Eastern Division, and generally a further 50 in Ngau. We are looking forward to train a number of urban areas and settlements in line with our focus in urban areas. We believe that this will help us break the cycle of violence against women and children, and we thank UNICEF and UNFPA for their support for this initiative. With Honorable Prime Minister, Madam Speaker, taking on the presidency of COP23, and in response to requests from our youth, my ministry is working on a climate change initiative. I was a panelist in the 9th Commonwealth Ministers meeting representing the SEEDS 32 Island in August, stating the stand of Fiji, the Fiji government on climate change. The outcome of the discussion enables us to have a bilateral talk meeting with the Canadian Youth Minister. His government is willing to assist the government of Fiji after learning our strategy on some states or small island developing states. So with the Climate Change Unit, the Fiji Higher Education Commission and UNICEF, we have recently trained some of our staff and young people in regional qualification on climate change, disaster risk and reduction and resilience. This is a pilot and one who we hope to roll out as we source funding. Our young people see climate change, but they want to know what to do about it, and this is our way of addressing this issue. Madam Speaker, I now want to address the other part of our work, which is as important as youth. Sports is in the Fiji's DNA. However, I think that the DNA in many of us makes us spectators rather than participants. My ministry is finalizing this national sports and physical activity policy, recognizing our role in promoting physical activity. This also recognizes the importance of physical activity in fighting against NCD. We need to turn our spectators into our active participants. This has to be regardless of age, as our elders benefited equally from arthritis, health disease, dementia, and other challenges we all may need to face in our twilight years. Our children will benefit from skills developed through physical education, and we are working with the Ministry of Education to develop a quality PE curriculum. In addition, we hope that this will include learning to swim, which is very necessary, life skill particularly given our affinity to the ocean. We are working with funding which my ministry sought out from the former UN Office on Sports for Development and Peace to develop a PE curriculum for our learners with disability. This project is being led by, and in implementation by the Sports Commission and various stakeholders in an inclusive way. The financial year, Madam Speaker, we will work with the Ministry of Industry, Trade and Tourism of Fiji to develop a policies and strategy related to sports tourism. This is a potential area of growth for us as we work to entice new visitors to Fiji as part of our overall tourism strategy. We need to develop a sophisticated approach to which events we bid for and the basis of our bid. We are delighted that we will be hosting the Oceania Rugby Sevens Championships for the next 3 years. The World Junior Weightlifting Championship in 2019 and the Under-20 World Cup of Netball in 2021. These are good events for us to host. The Oceania event will be contributed to our bid to host a leg of HSBC 7 Series, and both weightlifting and netball events will bring the youth of the world to our shore and hopefully their friends and family. Therefore, there are other events which may not seem so attractive, but will be successful in terms of media coverage. There will be a different reason of bidding to host different events. I'm delighted, Madam Speaker, that the Vodafone Arena will be upgraded. This will be a significant undertaking by Fiji Sports Council, and we will put the venue out of operation for at least for the 9 months next year. However, it will be a great asset once it is refurbished and add to our ability to host major regional and world sports events. The Vodafone Arena has served us well since it was first commissioned in 2003 through support from the Chinese government. Once it is returned to its former glory, the Fiji Sports Council must ensure that it will maintain going forward. We look forward to the refurbishment of the hockey and the swimming facility in Lauderdale Bay, also through the support of the Chinese government, and we thank our friends for their ongoing generosity. This year, Madam Speaker, we have seen a welcome increase in the funding of sports. As a result, we hope that the Fiji National Sports Commission will promote the development of sports at the grassroots level in a consistent way. Like the Ministry, the Sports Commission is also focusing more on working in urban areas, working with our national sports organization. We hope see an increase in the stability of physical activity programs and basic sports competition in our communities. The Ministry of Health and Medical Service measures the health of our people in joint outreach program in with the Sports Commission. However, the Sports Commission, the Ministry of Health and my ministry must go to the next step to advise on both nutrition and physical activity regimes to ensure we address NCD in a comprehensive way. Madam Speaker, following the review of the National Sports and Physical Activity Policy, we need to focus our energy more on the development of people through sports. This means a number of things, including more funding for development as we heavily focus on elite competition. We are able to get more people active. We expand the pool of talent from which we can select our national teams. Madam Speaker, the Ministry is working to develop our monitoring and evaluation system. I'm determined that we move from our previous output approach. We are merely tick the box to a way in which we can measure the impact of our programs on youth, on sports and physical activity. This will ensure we achieve a value of money, of the money we use. Madam Speaker, there is much work to do with the increasing number of partnerships being established by my ministry. We will continue to serve the needs of our people, especially the youth, and promote good mental and physical health through physical activity. To conclude, Madam Speaker, my ministry will continue to carry out its role and function for the youth in the four division and continue to strive to meet the unique challenge of our youth in the 21st century in Fiji. Madam Speaker, I commend His Excellency words to the House and thank his wisdom and guidance. Just before concluding, sir, Madam Speaker, I just want to reiterate a verse that was brought into Parliament by my member, and I see that the Christ Jesus was crucified and suffered to redeem the behavior from sin. So the sin, the past, the present, and the future sins are already washed. And if you believe in that, so because it is dangerous to put core message from the Bible to your political will. So when I said, once said by a president, to walk where Jesus walked is less important than to walk while he walked. Thank you very much, Mr.